Next, The Fugitive, in color.
We'll need some food. We can stall them for a while, but it won't take long before they realize I'm not taking you in. We'll get off the highway, use the back roads. That won't be long.
Calling KM53. Calling KM53.
KM53, go ahead.
One moment, KM53, I will relay.
Barbara, where's Dyson?
He'll be right back.
She's alone.
Buck, let me have it. Listen, you crazy little fool. That guy you're with, Stan Dyson, he's an escaped killer.
The Fugitive. A QM production. Starring David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture.
The guest stars in tonight's story, Janice Rule, Steve Einert, and special guest star Sherry North. Tonight's episode, The Walls of Night.
Take it to her.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir, your shipment's on the way. Absolutely, I just spoke with the driver. You'll have it by 1. Oh, no bother at all, sir. Always a pleasure to be of service. Oh,
Don't tell me. That could only be our nervous Nellie, Mr. Watson.
that's the 6th time he's called today. No, I take it back, the 8th.
Well, don't look to me for sympathy. It's that irresistible telephone personality of yours that's to blame. You feed him vinegar instead of honey when he bugs you. Maybe he'll take his business elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. The 6,000 annual account with it. That would guarantee me a Christmas bonus for sure.
$6 grand. The guy cost me more than that in tranquilizers.
Be on 228, be on 228.
Stan, where are you?
I just passed Springfield, heading for home.
Just past Springfield, heading for home. That's 105 miles at 50 miles an hour. Make it 60. That will bring you in at approximately lunchtime. Am I correct, sir? Over.
No, I'm afraid not.
There's some construction up ahead. It held me up for almost an hour yesterday.
Oh. Hold on, Buck.
Okay. So you take your lunch an hour later. I'll mind the store.
Stan, we're working for a boss with a heart of gold.
And don't get any tickets on the way in for slow driving.
For Richard Kimball, a squawking radiophone has become a warm voice, a sympathetic human contact, a release, if only for a while, from the terrible ache of loneliness.
He sort of reminded me of you.
Reminds you of me?
Well, he is a little big.
You're rotten clear through.
I know that.
So you get a kiss. Actually, it looks like Nervous Nellie.
Who's that?
You mean to tell me you've never heard of Mr. Watson?
Uh-uh.
What are these?
If the game starts at 8, I thought we could have dinner first.
Excuse me, son. Well, what's the news?
I told you it would take time.
Why did you come here to spy on me at lunch?
No, because it's Friday, Barbara. I come every Friday. I'm just doing my job is all. He's new here, isn't he? What's his name? I asked you a question. Who is he?
His name is Stan Dyson.
What do you know about him? Come on, Barbara. Anybody you associate with, I want a complete rundown.
Well, I don't know anything about him, really. He's hasn't been here that long. He's nice, he's polite, he's reliable.
So's an alarm clock.
What do you want me to tell you? That he cheats at solitaire, but he's nice to dogs and kids? Why don't you write out a list of questions? I'll go interview him.
What's he know about you? Did you tell him? Little advice, Barbara.
Advice?
Okay, call it whatever you like. You've got to watch yourself.
You seem to be doing well enough for both of us. Art, he asked me out tonight to dinner and to the game.
Tell him to settle for lunch.
Stan.
I know, you're busy.
It's not that. And it has nothing to do with him. It's...
You don't have to explain.
Forgive me, I'll see you later. Thank you.
Hurry, make the pickup and get right on in, huh?
Bye, Buck.
So long, Art. See you next Friday.
Why did you let him see Stan's personnel file?
What could I say? Anybody you're interested in, Art Meredith is interested in, too. You know that.
Stan Dyson is none of his business.
Oh, but you are. And more than just business, too, it's my guess. Though he'd be the last one to admit it. You could show him a hoop and he'd jump through it. All right, so he doesn't turn you on. That's no reason to put him through a meat grinder. You owe him something, Barbara. He's got his neck stuck out a mile for you.
I know that.
Hey, what's this?
Mr. Watson.
You know, it does kind of look like him at that. Stan give this to you?
I am not crying.
But in case you get around to it. Mind if I give you a bit of advice, Barbara?
Why not? Everybody else has today.
Why don't you have a little talk with Mr. Stan Dyson? And tell him all about yourself.
I can't do that.
You're gonna have to, baby. You can't keep stalling him forever. Not if you like him that much. Sooner or later, he's gonna find out about you anyway. Now, isn't it better if he hears it from you?
You really think? I mean, if you were Stan and...
If I was Stan, honey. If I didn't have a wife and 3 kids, and if it weren't for the fact that I'm the best-looking man in the Pacific Northwest, I might just give you a chance at me. I wouldn't make a major project out of those repairs if I were you. If you're going to talk to Mr. Dyson, you better get right on it. He's going out on 53.
Tonight? Does he know that?
He will when you give him this. Tell him he has to stay over in Seattle. We've got a return load from Vancouver for him for Monday. Well, are you going to give him this or not?
How's my nose?
I've seen better. And don't make it all day. I got better things to do than babysit that squawk box for you.
Well, I couldn't have taken you to dinner anyway.
Ever been to Seattle? Big city, lots of action.
Oh, we're looking for action. Barbara. There's a place. They call it Lake Shohalis. Driver told me about it. It's off-season up there. It's quiet.
Oh, Stan.
Well, we could just get away for the weekend. You know, just get away from all this.
I'd love to, but I can't.
You're busy.
It's got nothing to do with him, and it's not what you think. If you knew, you'd understand.
But I don't do it.
Willie?
Coming.
This tablecloth needs changing.
Got it.
And, that window needs washing. Are the new menus back from the printer?
Yes, they're on the table in the hall.
Well, I'll go and change.
That'll be a help.
What?
I said, this is gonna help.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Anybody around?
Yeah, me. Whatever that's worth.
Can I get a room?
Oh, yeah, the manager will be right down. Boy, you don't know what a tizzy you're going to throw him into blowing in here without a reservation.
Yeah, I guess I did take a chance, didn't I? What time is your dinner, Annie?
I just looked in the kitchen. The cook's got something out there that he swears up and down is chicken. But if you ask me, he went out and bagged a chipmunk. Or would you believe possum? You just overnight?
No. No, I thought I'd stay the weekend.
Is that your rig outside?
Uh-huh.
You from Seattle?
No, I just made a delivery there.
You mean you chose to come here to this morgue instead of staying overnight in the city?
Yeah, well, I thought it'd be quiet.
Yeah, you're right there. This place is so quiet that the crickets roll across the river whenever they feel like chirping.
You said you had the board in your hip pocket.
I never said that. Never really know. Anyway, it's not like being turned down. It's just they didn't review your case. We aren't going to stop fighting them, Barbara. We're going to keep after them.
The board meets again in 6 months. 6 months.
I know it seems like forever. But you've at least got your work release privilege. That's something.
Oh, yes, that's something. They let me out on a string in the daytime and pull me back at night.
Now, don't talk that way. Hey, just hang in there. You'll get your parole.
Don't bother, I'm managing.
Hey, we're closing. Do you mind if I sit down?
No.
Well, what do you think of the mad whirl at Lake Shohalis Inn now? Let you in on a secret. It's not much better when it's in season. Every time a new joint opens up on the lake, this spot dies a little bit more. My name's Willie.
Stan Dyson.
Well, you'd think after a whole day on my feet, I'd be ready to flop down, wouldn't you? But not me, no chance. Comes nighttime and I'll make a run at the jug.
In the jug.
It's a spot about a mile down the road. Of course, the girl hates to go there alone. You know how it is.
Well,
I'll pay for the beer.
Willie,
Well, there's always tomorrow night, right?
Right.
But in case you do change your mind, I'm in cabin number 3.
Okay. I'll remember.
Saturday, don't you ever...
No, because Friday night I dropped Barbara off at the prison and she still hasn't reported in. No, I didn't actually watch her go inside. Why would I? As many times as I've dropped her off, how was I to know? Of course not. Sure, she was upset, but it's not the first time the board didn't review her case. I figured... Buck, you don't know where she is? You're about the only person she turned to. If she didn't come to you, then...
I don't think she'd actually take off on her own. She's got too much sense. Did you check the hospitals? Yeah, of course you would. Well, if she calls here, if I get any bright ideas, I'll buzz you. Frank? I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I've got to get in touch with Dyson right away. Yeah, he mentioned something about laying over at some lake resort. I forget the name. I figured maybe he might have mentioned something about it to you. Yeah. What was that name again?
Enjoy your breakfast. Good morning. Good morning, folks.
Good morning. Oh, Willie, this is Barbara. Barbara, Willie.
Hello, Willie.
I can recommend the chipmunk.
For breakfast?
Well, maybe not for breakfast, but the chip beef is moving real big, and I can vouch for its pedigree. You sure got good taste. I can see why you passed up the jug.
The jug.
Yes, that's, place. It's a beer joint down the road there.
Oh, she wanted you to take her there.
Yes, yeah.
Why didn't you?
Well, I've been asking myself that same question. Oh.
It can't be on a party line operator. It's a resort hotel. All right. Sorry. Will you please keep trying?
I always thought you were sort of a Cinderella type. You turned into a pumpkin at 12 o'clock midnight.
In the first place, it was the coach that turned into a pumpkin. In the second place, can you imagine these clodhoppers fitting into a pair of glass slippers?
You going to Vancouver on this trip?
Uh-huh.
Take me along. Be all right. I got Monday off.
Well, sure. Why didn't you tell me?
Because we had so many things to discuss, such as, and especially.
I like that especially.
Darling, let's go tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
We could get up bright and early, and we could go to Victoria and see the sights, please.
Okay, I'll call them.
No,
Why not?
because you're busy.
Willie, get that. Can't you see I'm busy?
It's lucky I'm not. Hello, Lake Shohalis Inn, entertainment capital of the Pacific Northwest.
Look, maybe you could help me. I'm trying to reach...
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, Gee, I'm sorry, mister, but there's nobody here that fits that description. Am I positive? Mister, I've never been more positive of anything in my life. Mom?
Huh?
What if I'm not what you think I am?
You couldn't be, but I'll settle for even half of that. Barbara, none of us are what we hope others think we are.
Give me a little more time, Superintendent. I'm confident she didn't skip on her own. How do you get that? I know I brought her back at 3, but she wasn't AWOL until 6. She could be kidnapped, amnesiac, anything. We're not talking about a dangerous criminal. Okay, Superintendent. Thank you. Sure thing. I'll keep in touch. Come in.
Oh, you checking out?
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Listen, I hope I didn't do something wrong. I mean, I know it's none of my business, but, well, you two are having such a good time, and it is the weekend. And when this guy phones asking me if you're here yesterday, well, I figure from the tone of his voice, it's either your boss or her daddy or a jealous ex-boyfriend. So I said you weren't here.
What's his name, Leonard?
I didn't ask. Did I do the wrong thing?
VR 228. VR 228. This is KM53.
If she can get back before she's picked up, maybe Meredith can still square it for her. But she's dead if she runs, you understand?
I understand.
Forget the Vancouver pickup. Just get her back here. We'll send...
I thought you were on my side.
Who says I'm not? I'm only trying to help you. That's all any of us are trying to do.
By sending me back to prison, I won't go.
She'll be there, Buck. That's a promise, Sean. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. I stood there looking at those walls and thinking about you on the outside. I knew I never could spend another night in that place. Stan, please help me.
You've got to go back, Buck.
That's easy for you to say, but you don't know what it's like to live like a caged animal.
Nothing to worry about, isn't that what you said, Buck? Stan Dyson's a good man. He'll see she gets back. Well, I just got that report on your good man.
Adamson Furniture reports no record of Dyson employment. Portal Hardware, no such firm.
Yeah, same thing all the way down the line. All his references faked.
Buck, don't you bother to check up on a man you trust with thousands of dollars worth of wheels and merchandise.
Now, let's go see if the address he gave is a phony, too.
can see his clothes are all here.
I told you.
Travels light, doesn't he?
What do you expect to find? I'm telling you, Art, you're barking up the wrong tree. Now, if I can shake a man's hand and look him in the eye, I don't need references, and I've hired a lot of people, including 3 others on work release, and I haven't been stuck yet. Now, if Dyson wanted to, he's had plenty of chances to make off with a truckload before this.
Hair dye.
So, the man uses hair dye.
Hey, look here, mister. That's not yours. That's Mr. Dyson's.
Don't worry, Mr. Dyson will get it back when the police are through with it.
Thank you, man.
I'll drive you to the bus station.
I see. Leonard was so sure.
About what?
Tell Stan all about yourself. That's what he said. Stan's a good guy. He can take it.
You think I can?
I don't know. You might as well hear the whole story. And I'm not excusing myself. As much as my fault as it was his. His name was Larry, and we worked in the same office. He said he loved me, but we didn't have enough money to get married. I was taking money to the bank every day, lots of it, for a boss who didn't care how he made it. At the time, it seemed like poetic justice. Larry said it would be easy. It was. Only after he got the money, he disappeared.
Guy at lunch the other day. Is that Larry?
No, I've never heard from him since. That guy was from the prison work release program. Stan, take me with you, please.
I can't, Barbara.
Why? Nothing will happen to you. Even if they catch us, you wouldn't get in any trouble, would you? Would you, Stan?
Yes.
It's all right for you to run, but not for me.
We're running for different reasons. My only hope is to keep running. Your hope is to stop.
My hope is with you. I could go back if I knew I was going to see you. I could pace the weeks together and hang on somehow. Just tell me you'll be there and I'll go back.
I can.
Then take me to Canada.
I can't do that either.
If you leave me, I'm not going back anyway. I'm heading north, with or without you. I don't suppose I have to tell you which way I'd prefer it.
We'll need some food. We can stall them for a while, but it won't take long before they realize I'm not taking you in. We'll get off the highway, use the back roads. That won't be long.
Calling KM 53. Calling KM 53.
KM53, go ahead.
One moment, KM53. I will relay.
Barbara, where's Dyson?
He'll be right back.
She's alone.
Buck, let me have it. Listen, you crazy little fool. That guy you're with, Stan Dyson, he's an escaped killer. Barbara, I'm not trying to trick you. I've got Lieutenant Gould here. I'm going to put him on, and I want you to listen to him.
His name's Richard Kimball. Watch your step. He killed one woman, he wouldn't hesitate to kill another. Now, can you make a break for it? And I mean with a reasonable chance of succeeding. Over.
I'm not sure.
If you're not sure, don't try it. Whatever you do, don't panic. And above all else, don't repeat. Don't let on to him that you know who he is. If you get a chance, if you can dream up some legitimate excuse, take off like a scared rabbit. Otherwise, just hang tight, leave it to the professionals. Is that clear? Over.
Yes.
All right, take this down. Now, give us your present location. Over.
Listen, I can't talk anymore. He's coming back.
No, hold it, hold it. All right. We know he's in this area. Probably within 50 miles of Seattle. Now, if your guess is right, Mr. Leonard, he'll have to proceed along one of these secondaries to Highway 99 and then turn south.
Well, there's no reason he shouldn't. He doesn't know you've got a make on him.
Not unless the girl told him.
Ez, why should she?
She broke jail to go to him, didn't she?
She's also bright enough to realize that if she cooperates, it could help her with the parole board. Might even get her sentence commuted altogether.
I hope you're right. In the meantime, we're just dragging our feet here. I could have had that truck bagged and surrounded 10 minutes flat.
Sure, and maybe got her killed.
Do you know for certain she's still in that truck?
Yes, because if she'd have gotten away, she would have phoned us.
If she's still alive.
See if Seattle knows anything. Maybe they got a fix on them.
They can't get a fix on that truck if they can't get a signal, and they can't get a signal as long as Kimball's radio switch is on receive.
You want me to raise him again?
It wouldn't hurt. I'll alert Seattle.
Operator, get me KM53 on Seattle relay.
We're opening that
Zone
line
6,
again.
please.
Now keep on your toes. I don't know how long our man can keep Kimball talking without making him suspicious.
KM53. Come in, KM53.
I have to take it.
Why do they keep calling? That's the third time in the past hour.
I want to make sure I'm bringing you in, that you haven't talked me out of it. This is KM53.
Stan, Buck here. How you doing?
Doing fine.
No traffic hang-up?
Buck, stop it. I'm coming in. If it's not fast enough for you, send me an airline ticket.
She's coming apart at the seams.
What do you expect? You told her she's with a killer.
At least we know she's alive.
Well, she better get a grip on herself. She won't be long. Kimball's no fool. Seattle? Gould here. Did you get your fix? Good. 10 miles east of 99. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. You deploy along the highway in force. You tail him with unmarked cars.
Ez?
Hold it. Small conference.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, that girl's safety comes first.
Don't you think I know that?
You just said Kimball's no fool, and he's dangerous. If he even suspects that she's tricked him, would you care to finish that sentence? Okay, he says he's bringing her back. Well, so far it looks as if he is. In that case, you can wait and take him here after she's safe.
We won't know that till he hits 99. My money says he turns north towards Canada.
Well, can't we at least wait and see?
Carter, deploy north of the main junction only. That's right, north only. I know it's wild, but we got a wild man here. That's right, no tail south.
What do we do now?
We wait. Still nothing at KM 53? Okay, thanks.
Well, Ez, if you were headed for Canada, why haven't one of your roadblocks got him?
Okay, so he's heading south. That doesn't prove anything yet. Buck, want to try again?
Aren't we overdoing it?
Chance we have to take. Have to make them send occasionally so the technical boys can maintain their fix.
If I can't talk you into it, I guess I can.
The switch is open.
He's sending. Stay with it.
I don't know why you want to go back to jail when you could be on your way to Canada.
How'd we do?
Wait a minute. Right. He's heading into town.
All right, that means she didn't tell Kimball. You remember that for the parole board.
Now look, they'll be coming over the bridge. You have 4 cars waiting. But don't close in until I give the word. Right. Let's go.
Morning.
Hi. Oh, I had such wonderful dreams. All about Canada. You ever been there? The western part?
No.
My father used to take me there. A long time ago, but I never forgot.
You're hungry? There's a sandwich left.
These sandwiches now, but when we get to Vancouver, the dinner I'm gonna fix you. Stan, you're running into a trap. Turn back.
I know.
You know?
All the calls from Buck. Radio fix. They've been tracking us.
But why did you answer them?
If I hadn't, they'd have closed in by now. They're not after you, Bob. They wouldn't go to this much trouble. They're after me. How did you know it was a trap? Barbara?
Contacted me while you were in the store.
What did they tell you?
That you'd killed a woman.
You're not afraid? It was my wife, but I didn't kill her. That's why I have to run. That's why I can't take you to Canada. Or I can't take you anywhere with me. You take it from here. I would have liked Canada, but I wouldn't have liked myself very much. I want you to take credit for turning me in.
You really think I want that kind of credit?
You take anything that'll get you out of there one day, Shimon. Get out of here.
There they are.
We all understand what happened. When Kimball left you with the truck, you were panic-stricken, fleeing from a terrifying nightmare. You certainly didn't mean to obstruct us, and it's not your fault that Kimball got away.
Are you asking me, Art, or are you telling me?
I am trying to penetrate the fog you've been walking around in. Barbara, you're going before Judge Foster. What you say and how you say it could spell the difference between commutation and another year tacked onto your sentence. Do you understand that? A lot of people have gone to bat for you. Some of them not too happy about it. You can't blame Lieutenant Gould for not turning cartwheels. He may not be the best friend I've got, but he pledged his word to me, and he'll be there.
All right, I'll say whatever you want me to say.
You're not doing me any favors, Barbara.
I'm sorry. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I really do.
We better go.
Barbara's sentence will come finally to an end. But for Richard Kimball, there is no calendar on which to mark the days. Loneliness once again stretches ahead, as apparently endless as the city streets.